Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie, and with the help of my husband Justin, we are full-time resellers. So have you ever watched a reseller video or followed resellers? Or maybe you are a reseller and you think, how do these people store 2,000 items in their house to resell? Where do they fit it all? How do they keep it organized? How do they not lose it when it's time to ship it out? Today, I'm going to show you. All right, so this section right here is photographing. There is some storage. There is our death pile. There's our hanging inventory. Boxes are over here. And we have this mobile rack where clothes get hung on when they're waiting to be listed. You'll see the number one theme of our eBay room pretty much is versatility. Things pull double duty. We don't have that much space. I think we have about, because we had to measure it like for our taxes, because you can write off, space that's used solely for your business. I think it's like 430 some square feet is what area we use. So let's dive deeper into the photographing area. So this is where I photograph. I have two basic box lights. I got these off of Amazon. I think I have them linked below in the description. I've had them forever. I guess, yeah, I got them probably within like 2 months of us reselling. As for the actual photography area, this is just a piece of paneling from Home Depot. We cut it into 3 pieces. Justin has one of the pieces out in his photographing area for weights, but the other 2 are here, and it's literally just leaning against the wall. I have a nail at the top for really tall clothes, but most of the time for normal size clothes, I just hook it to the top right there. Let me get one for an example. Clothes get hung up right here, and I just step back to photograph. If I have sleeves that are poking out or not behaving, I literally just put a piece of packing tape behind them. And then once I'm done photographing it, I lay it right here and quickly do my measurements of, pit to pit and shoulder to hem. It's such an easy process. So as I said, everything does double duty in our room. So this that our photography station sits on is just an old computer desk, like the kind that pulls out. So underneath, we use it for storage for priority mail shipping boxes. I always keep a yardstick right by me. I have my model. Don't look at her; she's naked. That stays right there in the corner here. Sorry, I didn't warn the videographer that I was going to the corner. Is a steamer. We actually got that amazing steamer free at a free church sale. So it stays right there because I'll hang stuff up and immediately steam it like while it's hanging there. And then to the left of me, sorry, I had to think about that. I'm really bad at my left and my right, is this little station that sits here. And this has everything we could possibly need while photographing. If I find a stain on an item and I realize, it's got to go to the laundry room, I spray it first. Fabric shaver, longer measuring tape. I love the yardstick. Yardsticks, in my opinion, are so much faster than measuring tapes. But if I'm doing a maxi dress, I'll need the measuring tape. If we're doing shoes, I love these feet. I got them a couple months ago, but we also have various shoe horns, all of this from the bins. Lint brush, scissors, like a knife thingy, a scraper thingy. I don't know what this is called, but if I'm trying to get like stickers off something, I have a crochet hook because sometimes sweaters have a pull and you need to pull it through the other side. Little screwdrivers, markers, toothbrushes if I need to dust something off in a small section, plate holder if I'm doing dishes, and then I have some clothespins. Like say I was photographing a flag and I wanted to hook it to the top. So I just find it very important important to have it all right here at my fingertips, so I'm not running around looking for everything. All right, over here is a closet. It used to have a bifolding door, but we found it really annoying. Like, it just made it harder to get things in and out. So we ended up taking the door off. I guess I should add, when we bought this house, this basement was only partially finished. So we spent like $8,000 refinishing the entire basement and making it into a gorgeous family room, which then got turned into my eBay room. So we had to make some modifications. So the door got removed, but in this closet are like extra boxes, some priority mail boxes, regular boxes. We keep like the centers to the bubble wrap. This one's cut down, but we use them inside boots. When photographing, I have some extra styrofoam heads. This is a smaller model than the bigger model that was under the desk. All my tape, like extra packages of tape and bubble mailers. Down here are 2 laundry baskets. These are when I'm photographing clothes. I set them on that chair. Sorry, that was probably loud, the dropping of that. So this is our permanent clothing rack. It has a just a clear zipper thing put over it. This I got off Amazon for only like $14.99. The clothing rack we got free off the side of the road. Same with the computer desk, might I add. But this is where we keep bulky items like coats, or really like fragile items that I don't want to fold and store in my clothing system, which you'll see shortly. So this just keeps them sealed fresh in here and keeps the moths out. So next up is this shelf. This is a new addition. I just switched things around last week. So my death pile shelf was back there, and it was pretty much a lot of free things. Like a lot of these things we got free, or some like bulkier items that needed cleaned. I don't know. There's just a variety of things here. Or like this is missing a piece, which I'm going to look for. So I just wanted it over by the photography area so that it was in my face. Like I have been each day, I pull out a box and take a couple things from it. Eventually, once all these big bulky things are gone, I would like to be able to come home from a bins trip and just put all the clothes like in a basket. And then that basket gets pulled out, moved to the clothing rack, and just kind of cycle it out. So right now I'm working on it. This is about to be photographed. They were just little shorts that won't get hung up, so I just set it there. But yes, so essentially what you're seeing here is pretty much my death pile. And I'm working on a new system to keep it being listed quickly instead of sitting forever. All right, over here is box storage. It's not pretty. It's not fancy. Yes, I stacked it nicely the other day, and so far I haven't destroyed it. But normally after a very big packing day, this will look completely a mess. But we have all of our friends and family save us shipping supplies. You know, their Amazon boxes, their padded like Amazon mailers even, because I'll fold them in half and like slip them on the sides of boxes to use it as padding. Their pillow packs, love pillow packs, like they're so exciting to get, even like packing paper, anything I can get free. So that sits here. There's a couple size boxes that I do purchase to have on hand, some like smaller ones, but for the most part, if we're shipping out something in a bigger box, it's going to be a reused box. And then the last thing that lives in this area is this clothing rack. It's on wheels, so I can move it in and out whenever I need to, but this is the up next on deck to be photographed. So as I said, eventually I'd like to be able to have the basket sitting over there. So I pick one, I'm going to work on all of that stuff. So then it would immediately get like hung up then and next into the rotation. So this rack just can float around the room if I need to get to the box section or whatever. It just sits there nicely. Speaking of boxes, I have one last box shelf here. These are like the smaller boxes. Like I keep the bigger ones back here. And I just moved this shelf back some and left a space here when I redid that shelf, because now when I'm over at my shipping area, I can completely see the different sizes I have, and it's just so much more convenient than the previous setup I had. All right, so this is the shipping area. You'll probably be able to see the photographing area is right there. These are the stairs to the top floor of our house. But this is the shipping area. So just like the clothing area, I try to keep everything that I need on a daily basis right here. So this is my packing table. Notice it's the perfect height for me. Justin custom made me this table. It's actually 2 under the bed drawers from IKEA with the sides of an old train table, everything that he got out of the trash. And he built me this perfect height table because I was getting such backaches with my shorter previous desk I used. So on the shipping table, I have my tape dispenser and a tabletop tape dispenser if I'm just pulling off small pieces. Got to have a knife and a box resizer. This perforates the box to make it easy. I custom make my labels, thank you labels, on my Rollo printer, which you'll see next. I keep a bread knife, which is kind of odd, but I use it to cut styrofoam. And I showed you like the cores to the bubble wrap. Like if I'm cutting it to a smaller size to like wrap it around something for shipping, I'll use that. And then I just have this little bin here with like extra labels. Sometimes there'll be a label on a package that I want to cover up when I'm reusing a box. So I'll use labels for that. Next to it right here is just another little freebie, wooden, very old stand. There's 2 different size boxes that I use regularly. They're I get these with my eBay coupon because I have an eBay store. I get a coupon each quarter. One's 8 by 6 by 4 and the other is 6 by 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. And these are just perfect little boxes that I use frequently. And down below are like some extra markers. Oh, and we normally keep some rolls of tape there for easy grabbing, but apparently we're out currently. Underneath this table, I keep the priority mail shoe boxes, padded small envelopes. There is just a box that's full of bags that I will reuse to put, like Ziploc bags, like when I'm listing stuff, say I have small pieces, I want to put them together. And then this bin either gets loose bubble wrap or, why do I always forget what these are called?
Pillow packs?
Yes, pillow packs. I think I forgot in the last video too. All right, I keep a garbage can right there to put like all my peel-offs from the poly bags, etc. Look at my newest art piece, guys. I used to have the skyline of Pittsburgh here, but Justin made me that Julie's Hunted Treasures, which is the name of my eBay store, picture in a screen printing class he took with our daughter Brooklyn, and so I framed it and hung it there. All right, right here is this very cool rack that we kind of retrofitted to fit our needs. A local grocery store was giving this rack away. They put a notice up on Facebook Marketplace, and I had Justin go down and grab it. So he custom made me this bubble wrap holder right here. And then down below on the shelves, I have, I think, 4 different sizes of poly mailers. I keep the free flat rate bubble mailers, the regular Tyvek envelopes, and on the very bottom, I have some more priority mail boxes. So when I am packing right here, most things are in my reach. Only when I need a weird size box, you know, like something like that, do I end up going over there. All right, now we're going to go on to the storage area. So we just have a Metro rack. All of the racks that are in here that we keep stuff on and the racks that move around we got for free, excluding, I think there's 2 black shelves that I got impatient and wanted more shelving and refused to wait to find a free one, and we bought them. But everything else we picked up free from Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, out of someone's trash. We set this whole eBay room up for very, very cheap. I mean, the lights, the piece of paneling, you'll see my Rollo printer later. They're just the few pieces that we actually paid for. But so this is just a Metro rack. Up top, we keep flattened, really big boxes. There's some inventory right here of like pictures that are for sale. But this is the starting of our clothing system. If you're not familiar with this kind of clothing system, I feel like Daily Refinement made it really famous, but tons of people use it. I don't know who actually invented it, but all the clothes, here I'll show you, are put in I have like a resealable bag when I list them. They get a SKU number that goes on a sticker in the corner, and they get put in boxes. And then when my items sell, I can see all the SKU items on eBay or Poshmark, and I just go through and pluck out what has sold. Then as your boxes get empty, You just push all the items forward in one box and then pick some from the beginning of the other box and push it through, and we go through and combine all the clothes. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see just this week I showed, I think Justin combined, and did we get 8 empty boxes? It was 6 or 8 empty boxes. So normally I would say at the end of every week we get about 6 empty boxes full. In these 4, well, actually this entire whole rack here I talked about in a previous video, this is all items that I had on clearance. And we started with 162 items. We're down to 96 now. So right now, these 4 boxes, this full box, and there's only a couple pieces left in that box, or what I have left of my clearance items. So we're making progress. These 2 are regular. And underneath here is a box of paper and like more smoother sheets. We get all of our paper free off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. When people move, normally they give away very clean paper. I mean, sometimes they're not even that wrinkled. They'll just put it up an ad saying free backing paper, and we'll get it. We've gotten, the most we've gotten at one time was 12 boxes full, which was kind of crazy. And we just end up putting them in our attic until we need them. He got some recently. I guess those were like 4 or 5 boxes full. So we still have a good bit in our attic. And whenever Justin sees an ad for free paper, he goes and grabs it. Only one time have I ever had to pay for paper. Behind me is the door out to the garage, and that's where Justin photographs and stores the weights. This is just our own personal stereo system. I keep books or VHS tapes on this shelf. That's just extra paper to print, my like packing lists and my scan sheet to go to the post office. This is used. I said that I always keep these from Amazon. If you fold them in half and like slip them in between things in a box, it just acts like really nice bubble mailer, and it's free. I mean, bubble wrap. And under there is cardboard cutouts that we might need. And this is just our hard goods storage, I guess. It's a whole hodgepodge of items. If the item is put in a box already and I can't see what it is, it gets a little post-it note on it that tells us what's in the box. But most of the things are visible that you can see. That's Justin's chair for when he comes and visits me in the eBay room, though most of the time stuff gets shoved on it. It's like the chair in your bedroom that is a clothes hanger. Well, that's what happens with that chair. And then here starts the long wall of clothing. Same as over there. We now have 50 boxes in our rotation, though right now you'll see when we get down there, there's 6 that are empty that are waiting for me to list more clothes and refill. So this rack is another, of course, freebie item. We got it from the same grocery store that we got the bubble wrap holder. It is just so perfect. Every day when I pack my orders up, I just line them up here when they're waiting to get their labels put on so they're in the correct order. We use it when we're cleaning shoes, like if they're sitting to dry or whatever. And it's on wheels, which just is great because we can move it wherever we need to. All right, and right next to the clothing, as I said, these are my empty boxes waiting to be filled, are my shoe storage section. I used to store them by type, but it got overwhelming. So now I store them by size. So each bin that is on here is marked like this says size 7, that says size 8. So all women's 7 and 7.5 are in there, 8, 8.5. Men's, I don't have as many as men's, so they're just in this section. Right here is kids. And then on this shelf is a little bit of hard goods. Behind me is this rack. Justin got this out of the trash. I know you're shocked. And he actually put caster wheels on the bottom of it, and it's what we store our boots on. I think it was a TV stand, but it's really nice because it moves around. And on the back wall, another storage shelf. That bin is nothing but our stuffed animals that are for sale. This shelf here is like things I'm waiting for pieces of, or like holidays. Like I started collecting Christmas stuff. I list most Christmas things years round, but there's a few things like holiday clothes and some things that I end up waiting for. So that's pretty much what this shelf is. Back here is our laundry room, and there's a half bath. It's convenient having the laundry room close to the business because, we use the stationary tub in there to clean the shoes, and I end up doing a decent amount of laundry for the business. And it's nice to be able to do laundry for my own personal use while I'm working. I can hear it in there very easily. So more storage shelves right here. We have books. This is a bin of hats that are for sale. This is where we keep our IKEA bags and other kind of bags. There's just no easy way to store bags where it's not messy. And then this is where I moved the rest of my shipping supplies. They used to be over in the photographing area. So these are just the supplies that I refill those areas from. So I just felt like it was better to have these kind of more tucked away and the death pile where I can see it. And then the last area, I guess this is, that we have items in are these drawers. This is where we just keep small items, such as this Matchbox car that I just found at the bins that should sell for like 75 to like 85 probably. But we just keep little items in there. Like I have a drawer of holiday. This is the toy drawer. I have one with flags in it, and the bottom one's kind of miscellaneous. But these are just the really tiny items that would just get lost if I put them on a shelf. All right, so over here is my desk area, the final piece to the puzzle. I have my Rollo printer here. This was the only really expensive thing we purchased for the business. I think at the time when I bought it, it was $189, but it was a lifesaver. We started selling full-time in October, and I waited till February to buy this. By that point, we were shipping out, I would say, on average of 6 items a day, and on weekends, like 20 some. And so cutting out all those labels and taping them on was such a pain. And as I said, I use it. I buy these rolls of colored little stickers from Amazon. I do believe they're linked below too. And I make thank you stickers with them. So over here is this little table, also a trash find. On it, I keep the bags that I put the clothes in. So they're right next to me when I'm listing, because this is where I list from. I have this 2-piece scale. I highly recommend the 2-piece one. Honestly, it's not much more expensive than the 1-piece one. And it's just so much easier if you're weighing big, bulky items, because it doesn't get covered up underneath, or where I keep my post office receipts in some bigger bags. And I can push this under the desk if I need to make more room. I have my regular printer because I print out a scan sheet every day for the post office. And I also print out a pick list for myself. And up here is where we keep the receipts. And clearly someone needs to work on her bookkeeping today because it's a little overflowing. My death pile support pig from ADH Dave, and my Enema Man from, sorry, he's going to fall off now, from Commonwealth Picker. I got both of these when I went to FlipCon. All right, so here I have my laptop. I keep markers, pens. I have the little yellow Post-its that I use to mark stuff. My labels that I write the numbers on for my SKU system. I have a TV here. We got this in a free pickup even, though I did get a Roku for my birthday so that I can watch all my favorite YouTubers. Back here, I have just a garbage can, and then I have behind it just a cardboard box where I put my recycling. Down there is batteries to test things out. But yeah, this is where I do all of my listing from. It's very easy. I have my bags here. I work, I photograph it. And then I normally just put one of those long boxes right here to put the clothes in. Up here is my calendar. That's where I write down how many items I list a day, just to keep me motivated. I keep like little charts here of like Chico sizing charts for how much we pay per ounce at the bin, just anything that I need at my fingertips, and then some family pictures and things like that. So that was a tour of my eBay room. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some inspiration. I hope you realize that you do not have to pay a lot of money to be an eBay seller to set yourself up. You can use any kind of boxes to do your system. You don't have to. I did purchase those boxes. I actually got them off of eBay because people ask me all the time where I get the boxes from. They come from eBay, and let me check on the size because I know someone will ask me. They're 24 by 10 by 8. But like I said, you can just find so many things to reuse. When I first started, I was in our spare bedroom upstairs. I had a tablecloth that I used as my background, and I had it strung, like the tabletop version was the top of a like a storage tub, and I just kind of taped it halfway up the wall, and that's where I took my photos. You can make this business work in the beginning with a lot less. Then once you find out you like it, it's profitable for you, then you can upgrade some of your equipment. Though as you can see, we haven't upgraded a lot because we like what we have and it works. But yes, I definitely would say once you're getting like 5 or 6 items a day, upgrading to a thermal printer definitely is a must. Like you will just be like, I spent so much time cutting out labels. And Rollos are definitely expensive. I mean, I highly recommend it. I've never had a problem with it, and I've had it now for 3 years. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's her 3 year birthday. I got her in February 3 years ago. But there are different off brands that you can get on Amazon, I think for like around $50 that I've heard good things about too. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any questions about how I store things, um, or the eBay room, or reselling in general, put them in the comments below. If you like this kind of video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.